Hello, men and women of the YouTube community, my name is Thomas and welcome to my countdown to the Eurovision Song Contest 2018. This is my weekly program where I will react to and review all the songs that are going to compete in this year's contest. I do 3 each week, and this week it's time for the songs from Greece, Latvia and Armenia to get my honest views. But first, let's check out the scoreboard from last week. And ladies and gentlemen, take a look at this! Nicely done there, Moldova! With 23 points, you rock my chart! And I know there aren't many of us out there, but this year I'm sending my low train at your direction, Moldova. The windows on that train might be tinted, but there's a lot of love on the inside. And beaten by Moldova, we find Surrey and the UK at number 2. The revamped version of this song is now out there for the public to either smash or pass. Are we banging it even harder after the revamp? Or are we turning our cheeks at it as a touchy monkey with PMS? Me for once, I can't decide what to think of it. So I'm asking you guys. Give me your thoughts about it in the comment section below. At number 3 we have what might be the best rock song of the year, which doesn't necessarily mean much since we tend to not see that many rock songs in the contest. But for my taste, that was a brilliant piece of metalcore. Last week I asked, what do you think is the most overrated winner in the history of the contest? Again, the response was overwhelming. And what I like about your response is that you always seem to agree with each other. This week there was especially 2 songs you seem to have issues with, and that was Germany 2010 and Azerbaijan in 2011. And even though I also was one of those who had some thought of wonder about what it really was with Lena's song that was so good, I have to say that I liked that one way better than Azerbaijan's song. Running Scared are one of many songs in the Eurovision history that struggle with the Olsen Brothers syndrome. It's a syndrome where the writer seemed to get the idea of this amazing chorus in his head, but he just didn't know how to go on with the rest of the song, so it didn't really end up as good as he imagined. But for me, the absolute worst part of this song are the lyrics. I am no music journalist or a great poet here, but this isn't actually Edgar Allan Poe, is it? They are so in low that they are scared of breathing. How does that make sense? I love my wife! But to be fair, they are a cute duo, and the performance was actually good. The staging looked amazing, and together with a good chorus, they managed to fool their way into the hearts of millions of Eurovision fans around the globe. One of them who have suggested this was Irina1296. Hi, Irina1296! I have now tattooed your name on my nipples. Oh, fuck. And it really hurt when I did that. I have sensitive nipples. This week's question is, what's the best production move you have seen in the history of the contest? My favorite move happened during Belarus's performance in the first semi-final in 2009. And to be honest, I didn't actually notice until after days after the contest. But when I saw how this went down, I was blown away. This is what you saw on your television. And this is how they did it. Awesome is that? There are so much going on behind the camera in a massive production like this that really needs to get out to the public, so we can applaud them as well. We are so busy cheering for those who are in front of the camera that we forget that the ones behind the camera are also doing a performance. They can fuck up our entry just as much as the people on the stage. Just imagine what would have happened if this guy tripped while he was entering the stage. The camera would probably smash so hard into the floor that camera parts will be all over the stage. Their awesome move would be ruined, and most likely also the performance. First up today, we have Greece. Greece had their debut in '74 and was a bit on and off from the contest up until the 2000s. They didn't really achieve much back then, but from 2001 they have been regulars in the contest. And in 2005 they finally managed to get their first win with the song My Number One. Then came some years where they did okay, but I believe they are still hungover from 2013, because after that we haven't really seen them much at all. So Greece, have you managed to revive yourself from tasting old Akatona's mutilated spirit? I sure hope so. Greece, let's see what you have for us. Okay, Greece. This is promising, so promising.
Πώς θες να σου το πω, πως για σένα εγώ θα πεθαίνα, τη ζωή μου θα στην έδινα, τέλος και αρχή, όλα είσαι εσύ, όσο κι αν πονώ, απ' το χάρτη δεν θα σε σβηνά, τη ζωή μου θα στην έδινα, τέλος και αρχή, όλα είσαι εσύ.
I really like the atmosphere they are showing in this video, at least. Depends on how well they will do this on stage. Is this video filmed in Greece as well? You can't compare this to the Danish entry this year. But to be honest, I find this way better. Yeah. What is he digging for? Her? Whoa! I was so into the song that I forgot to watch the video of it. Wow, I loved it! Denmark, this is how you should make your song. Again, the atmosphere. I love the atmosphere in this song. They set the atmosphere with a flute they had going on at the beginning. And they kept it all the way through. This song was never boring. I reckon some people will find the song boring, but I'm not one of them. I love this song. So based on the song, I will actually give 11 points to Greece. It's really a shame that I couldn't give out any points for the performance there, because I think they might have ended up in my top 3. So instead they ended up with only 11 points, which is a great score for the song. But I would have given it more if I would have seen the performance. So Greece, you get 11 points from me. Next up, we have Latvia. They are one of the Millennium Childs that celebrated last year as a teen in the contest this year. They had their first win already at their 3rd year in the contest with the song I Wanna. That's also their only win, but they have had some strong entries up during the years. In 2005, I feel that they should have won with the song The War Is Not Over. It was a beautiful song with a great message, but sadly it only ended 5th. And I also have to mention that I found it outrageous that they never got the chance to bake that cake in 2014. This year they are competing with a funny girl. Well, I have always enjoyed a great laugh, but I guess we'll see what mood I am in after I have heard this song. So Latvia, let's see what you have for us.
You're looking at her, she's looking at you.
Supernova. Is that the channel that's hosting it?
Ain't it funny, ain't it funny? Oh, it all started as a joke, but now I'm falling, the punchline.
She doesn't look funny.
Old, 'cause I've been keeping to myself for way too long, yeah. Ain't it funny, ain't it funny? I made you laugh every time we spoke. I locked my heart in hesitation, but somehow you cracked the code. I tore down my walls and wrecked the ceiling, ready to bear it all.
Supernova might be the name of the contest, maybe.
You're looking at her, she's looking at you. I'm falling apart. What can I do to make you feel that way about
Sexy.
me too? Yeah.
But have you heard this before?
And it's getting hard, I'm not gonna lie. To keep in the dark, all I'm feeling inside when you're walking, smelling like her perfume. What was I thinking? I'm just the funny girl to you. Can you feel me? Can you feel me? Like a fire rising in the smoke. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Open up with every note, 'cause I've been playing to myself for way too long. Oh, I tore down my walls and I wrecked the ceiling, ready to bear it all. What was I thinking?
Wow.
You're looking at her, she's looking at you. I'm falling apart. What can I do to make you feel that way about me too? Yeah, yeah. And it's getting hard, I'm not gonna lie. To keep in the dark, all I'm feeling inside when you're walking, smelling like her perfume. What was I thinking? I'm just the funny girl. So tell me what you're looking for. I promise you.
This is the second song this year that could have been on a 50 Shades soundtrack. So that way we can compare this to Switzerland this year. They have a similar style, doesn't it?
She's looking at you, I'm falling apart now. What can I do to make you feel that way about me too? And it's getting hard, I'm not gonna lie. To keep in the dark, all I'm feeling inside when you're walking, smelling like her perfume. What was I thinking? I'm just the funny girl to you.
Yeah. My first thought is that I'm extremely disappointed that this wasn't funnier than it was. I'm not actually sure if I got a hold of this song. It might be similar to Switzerland, but I think they sold the song better than Latvia. She sang great though, so I have nothing to say about her voice. When it comes to the performance, one thing I might want to say something about is that it sounded like she wanted to be sexier than she was. Because if you close your eyes and just listen to that song, you get a sexy vibe from it. You get that 50 Shades soundtrack I was talking about. But don't get me wrong, she is very beautiful and I believe she can be as sexy as she wants in a contest if she goes for that. And with a song like this, she should maybe express that more. So I hope she will do that in the contest. I'm really looking forward to see that in the contest actually, if she does that. I want to give 8 points for the song. It was a song I liked, but I wasn't sure where to go with it. But I think I end up with 8 points. And yeah, that's also what I do. And the performance, great voice, nothing to say about that at all. And I also feel that the color red, which was the main color, maybe the only color in this performance, that set the tone for the song and that was the correct color to use. And I think that's actually enough to get 8 points for the performance as well. Bring me more sexiness on the final and I will improve that score. So together I will give 16 points to Latvia. Next up, we have Armenia. Armenia had their debut in 2006 and have actually managed to qualify each year since then, except from 2011 and 2012 when they didn't compete at all. They have a funny thing going on in Armenia, where they go in and out of the top 10 every other year. And since they didn't reach the top 10 last year, I guess it's time for a top 10 this year. I'm a fan of tradition, so I sure hope they will. Armenia, let's see what you have for us. Are we getting a ballad from Armenia this year? Nice beard. What's he wearing? Did he have a backup singer back there? Or did he use himself as a backup singer? I wonder how he will solve that in the final, which isn't allowed unless they are on stage. So far, I have to say that I'm not excited about this. I'm also not sure if he has sound issues, but his voice is not that great either. But it might sound like the audio is bad for him. Okay, yeah. You have a powerful voice behind there. And also those issues won't be an issue in the Eurovision contest. Also in the contest, because I believe they have more professional audio employees. Audio technicians, yeah. Quite a powerful ending to the song. So it might be a song that will grow on me, but I found it a bit boring to begin with. I'm actually not sure if I will hold that against them, because as I said in there, they obviously had some sound issues. I think the song didn't sound as good as it actually was to begin with. So I expect to get a better experience of this song in the contest. So no, I won't hold that against him, because the ending of the song was epic. That was really beautiful. And his voice was powerful as well. Damn those sound technicians! They ruined it almost for him. I will give 8 points for this song as well, with the potential of getting more when I see it in the contest. And the performance, his voice was, as I said, very good. The staging here wasn't the best, but I have realized something about the staging in each national final. I think each country has a major difference when it comes to production value. Some of the countries can afford to spend a lot of money on the production, but some countries can't. And it might look like Armenia is one of those countries that they can't afford to have this big production. So I can't really hold that against him. So my performance points will be based on his delivery, which I found very great. So I will give away 10 points for the performance, and together with the 8 points I gave for the song, they end up with 18 points. So that means I give 18 points to Armenia. week when I will go through the two favorites from Estonia and Israel. And I will also go through the legend behind the violin, Mr. Alexander Rybak himself. He is back representing Norway for the first time since his 2009 victory. Since I am a Norwegian myself, I have of course already seen his performance, so I know what song this is. But I promise you that I will be as neutral to it as possible and give a score based on what I honestly mean about this song. And also the performance. Until then, take care of yourself and have a nice week. Bye!